Welcome back, everybody. This is our MRS21 Fall 2021 Test Number 1 Review, Part 4. And these are the last 4 questions on our review sheet. I hope you've been, the whole thing has been helpful to you guys. I just want to make sure you guys are, I want to say, I'm not sure if the word enjoying this is probably the best way to describe it and all, but I would say in this case that these are helpful to you. All right, please leave any questions or comments in the comment section below. And if it's been helpful at all, please give a video a like. I will try to do more of these as we continue with these, okay? All right, everybody. So let's go number 10. This is kind of a word problem here. If the area of a rectangle is 5n squared plus 19n plus 12, and the length is 5n plus 4, what is the width in terms of n? So you're saying stuff, oh, that's kind of weird. Well, remember, the area of a rectangle is length times the width. So if I want to find the width, I'm going to divide both sides by the length. So that means the width is equal to the area over the length, which is, in this case, 5n squared plus 19n plus 12, all over 5n plus 4. Now, some of you are probably thinking, like, man, Mr. Golly, this is, you know, how do we do this now? Well, definitely possible. If you want to factor the numerator, that's totally good. We can also do long division. And a very short long division problem, we're going to take the 5n plus 4 and divide it into the 5n squared plus 19n plus 12. As with all long division problems, we want to see in this case how many times does the 5n divide into the 5n squared. The lead term you're dividing by into the lead term dividing into. So we have in this case 5n squared over 5n is just going to give us n. So that's the number going on top. 1n in this case. We're going to multiply the 1n times the 5n and the 4 to get 5n squared plus 1n times 4 is 4n. And we will subtract. Now, what happens is the 5n squared minus 5n squared cancel out, and we get 19 minus 4 is 15n. Remember, we're subtracting. Plus 12. Again, I want to figure out how many times does 5n divide into 15n. So now we have 15n divided by 5n. That's just 3. So plus 3. And again, we're going to distribute here and multiply 3 times 4. For 3 times 5n and 3 times 4, we'll get 15n plus 12. And we see in this case, they cancel out to get 0. So it looks like our width, let's extend this here, our width is equal to n plus 3. Okay, and this is how we use long division. Okay, that's how we use long division for number 10. Right, it's a pretty short one. You could have factored. You could have factored the 5n squared plus 19n plus 12, but you know, it gives the opportunity to do a little practice with long division. Okay. All right, let's take a look at number 11. Let me just reset the width here. Number 11, factor completely. Okay, again, we want to take a look here, and is there a number that divides evenly into 18, 32, 9, 16? Not all of them. And I have an a for the first two, but no a is the second. I have x squares and y squares, but not all. So it doesn't look as a GCF here. So we're definitely going to group together here. So we're going to factor by grouping the first two and the second two. All right, so the GCF for the first two, between 18 and 32, I think we can divide both by 2, right? Because I can't divide by 4, and now, so definitely divide 2, and they both have a, so our GCF is definitely going to be 2a, okay, 2a, leaving us with 9x squared minus 16y squared, okay. And then now for the GCF for the second one, 9bx minus 16by squared, 9bx squared minus 16by squared, it looks like I can factor out a b. That's it, because I can't divide by 9 and x plus y squared. So you can factor out a b, so plus b, leaving us with 9x squared minus 16y squared. Oh, that works out nicely, because notice that both of them now have the GCF of 9x squared minus 16y squared. And left over is 2a plus b. It would seem that we're finished, but the thing is this. We're looking at that 9x squared and the 16y squared. We're like, that's a perfect square minus perfect square, right? Because I know the square root of 9 is 3. The square root of x squared is x. The square root of 16 is 4. And the square root of y squared is y. So we can factor this 9x squared minus 16y squared. Oh, don't forget to include the 2a plus b. That's important as well, too. Don't forget that part. So we see in the front, we'll put the 3x and the 3x. In the back, we'll put the 4y and the 4y. One's plus and one's minus. Now, this is the fully factored form. And so we always have to check and see, even after factor by grouping, is there something we can do afterwards? Right? So always go down your list, GCF, difference between squares, is trinomials, and then of course factor by grouping. 4 terms, usually factor by grouping, but anything left over afterwards, go through that list again. Okay? All right. Let's go to our last question, number 12. Using long division, divide 5x cubed minus 12x squared plus 24x minus 73 by x minus 2. And we have to use long division. Okay, so let's set this up. We have x minus 2 divide into 5x cubed minus 12x squared plus 24x minus 73. And as we normally do, we want to see how many times x goes into our lead term, 5x cubed. So we take 5x cubed. Now, do you have to write this out? If it helps you, you should. Right? So 5x cubed over x is 5x squared. And that's the first term on top here. We distribute. Do you need to draw rainbows? No, but if it helps you out, why not? So 5x squared times x is 5x to the third. 5x squared times negative 2 is negative 10x squared. And we're subtracting. Okay? Again, the 5x cubed minus 5x cubed should cancel out. But now we have negative 12 minus negative 10. So I'll put down the negative 12 minus negative 10. All right? X squared, of course. And so we're going to keep change. So this change to plus and the change sign second number. We get a negative 12 plus positive 10 is negative 2. So this is going to be negative 2x squared. Okay, do you have to do this way? It helps, again, if you need to write it out inside, and it seems to take more time, but that definitely, if it helps you get the right answer, because once you make an error, it's all crazy though. So you have negative 2x squared plus 24x. All right, we draw 24x null, and in this case, we're going to now see how many times the negative 2x squared divided by x. And so negative 2x squared divided by x is negative 2x. We're going to distribute. So now we have negative 2x times x is negative 2x squared. Negative 2x times negative 2 is positive 4x. And we're subtracting. Again, the negative 2x squared cancel out. And 24 minus 4 is equal to 20x. We drop that negative 73 down. And finally, we're going to figure out how many times does 20x get divided by x here. And so 20x over x is just going to be 20. And we should distribute. You multiply 20x by x, you get 20x. Multiply 20 times negative 2 is negative 40. Now we're subtracting. And so we write down in this case, neg 73 minus neg 40. We're going to keep change to addition, and change sign second number. So neg 73 plus positive 40 is going to be negative 33. And that's our remainder. So when we write this out up here, we put down negative 33 over x minus 2. And this will be our answer. 5x squared minus 2x plus 20 minus 33 over x minus 2. Okay? And so this is a long division problem. This is all long division, right? And hopefully this is helpful. And again, we would love practice and try this out over and over again. You have to definitely work on your multiplying of polynomials, and definitely division polynomials, and subtraction and such. So be very careful with all your work here. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of our review. I hope this was helpful to you guys, and it's been I definitely want to do these things to make sure you guys definitely get as much help as possible. All right. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. I'm still doing that raffle giveaway because we hit the 200 subscribers and such. So we'll probably stop taking, and of course, every comment you leave in the comment section below in this video, as well as videos qualifies, will enter you into a raffle if you're subscribed already. Let's get subscribed first. Enter into a raffle for a Lion Friends Brown Bear Funko Pop. All right, so hopefully you guys, again, leave questions and comments, to enter, but you have to be subscribed to the channel though. All right, thanks everyone. I will see you guys soon in our next video. Probably we'll do synthetic division next, so hey, stick around for that. I will see you guys later. Take care and be safe.